Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. We are back in the Bigfoot DLC here and we are playing Swelbard. Now, full disclosure, I did already record the 1-star objectives of this and the audio was awful, so we are having a bit of a do-over. We will have some advantages, but yeah, we'll just cope with that. And yeah, sorry, hopefully next time it'll not be that issue. So, we are in the most remote town in all of 2 Point County. You've been invited to rejuvenate the Swelbard Research Institute by setting up a research hospital as well as treating the area's ills. You'll need to complete some of the institute's outstanding research. Swelbard is an isolated place, so it may be difficult to find staff willing to come here, and any available candidates are likely to be unqualified, desperate, or unskilled townspeople that feel like pitching in. You'll need to train your faculty if you're going to cure some mountain people and salvage the institute's reputation from the academic toilet. Okay, so we've got like some major issues here already that we need to sort out, and yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to ignore all of those and we're going to sell all of the wreckage here that isn't actually, normally we get this in rooms and stuff, so we need to that's quite interesting. But yes, we're going to sell everything and we're going to start again from scratch. So the first thing we need to do is set up some research and training. Now, I have some very well kitted out, well, I have a very well kitted out training room that we're going to put in first. And before we do anything, letting in any patients and stuff, we're going to do some training. So we already have one doctor here, and I believe he is qualified as a researcher. Yes, Dr. Dennis Tumbleweed is a researcher. So what we're going to do is we're going to set him away on some research projects. And as I already have a I've researched basically the urban mythology project, which is part of our 1-star objective. I did that in my last recording, which is a failed and ditched recording. So we are going to research something else to replace that. Maybe we'll just research the upgrade to urban mythology. That will be a little bit more of a long-term thing. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll try and hold off on getting a level 5 research until we've completed the upgraded urban mythology research project. I think that's the fairest thing to do here after my little bit of a mistake there. So let's get our research room up and running to begin with. We'll have this going along here, and then we'll put a little door in there and then add a few other things. Now, I do have the research monitors unlocked. They are a kudos item, which I unlocked with some spare kudos that I had, so they will boost our prestige and our research power. We can also put in the supercomputer and the server, but due to how expensive some of these are, it might be best that we leave them for now. I will just put in a couple of servers just to give us a little bit of a boost and help us out. And we'll go to our level 5 research. Well, we'll get close to it, but I'll not finish it off. So we are going to need radiators in here because it is cold. That takes us to level 4. I'll put in a coffee machine. And we'll also put in a sweet dispenser and a chair for our doctors to sit down after they've had a little bit of research. And we'll stick a notice board on the wall as well, why not? And the clock. And obviously, we can push this further, but like I said earlier, I'm just going to leave it so that we're just shy of completing the level 5 prestige objective, and then that shouldn't trigger our 1-star objective until we've finished that research project. So let's go to urban mythology. We'll research the upgrade on that. He will get to work once we start expanding a little bit. Now, let's get our training room in. Pop that down, and then we're also going to put in a pharmacy right there, and then we should be able to put a staff room in just down here. We'll just make this a little one with a single sofa in there, just so our staff have somewhere to go when they need a break. And we'll also need a GP's office. So where is my GP office? There we go. We'll put one of those down here. Then we'll get in our reception. We'll put that right across from the doorway here. Go. And then we just need to staff this place. So we're going to hire, first of all, a janitor to clean things up, and a assistant to start working in there. And then we want to hire a nurse we can train as a pharmacist, and one singular doctor who we can train. In fact, no, we'll hire 2 doctors And then our first level of training is going to be done on our doctors. So we're going to train them in general practice. We're going to have a guest come in, and then there we have it. Right, so we should get both of those trained. Got our receptionist in place, and everyone else should just get to work. So let's put in a few items. So we're going to go with the sophisticated benches here, and they're going to go directly across, kind of down this straight, so that our patients are going to have somewhere to sit while they wait for their first stage in their treatment. Then I'll put a few more down here. There's plenty of seating because we then will run treatment and diagnosis rooms down either side so that there's plenty of space for them to sit in. And then we're going to put in a absorbent snack machine, an amusing snack machine, and a luxury, no, not a luxury snacks machine, a luxury drinks machine, and an energy drinks machine. There we go. Right, that's good. That gets some people in. A little bit off-center this, I didn't realise, but that's something that we just need to be aware of. We haven't got any toilets, so next up will be toilets. Now, I don't have any toilets pre-rendered, so we will just build some. Now, what I should probably do is try and build this quite small, because I'm going to need to let's just copy this so we can fit in one, and then we need to go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So there's a single right, okay, that's not amazing, so we'll have to okay, so our training is done. That was quick. Let's get pharmacy management done. There we go. And what we can actually do is, in advance of extra stuff, we'll duplicate our doctor's office there. Excellent. Now we need a ward, so we're going to have them wait. We're not going to train a staff member, but we will build our ward. Now, I also imagine that we'll get some fracture clinic patients in here as well, which means we're going to need to build that pretty soon too. So I'm going to just put my ward there, and then we're going to need to hire 2 new nurses again. 1 and 2. And then once that pharmacy trainee is done, we will have 2 staff members working in our ward. I'm actually going to boost that now. 1 extra staff member. Great. Okay, so it's a decent start, and we do have a little bit of space there, which we can fit in some more doctor's offices, but it might be a good idea to fit something else in there. And down here we can put in some toilets maybe. I still haven't done that, so let's do that now. In fact, what I'll do is I will put a toilet in, and the toilet is going to be 4 long. Then I can fit an extra doctor's GP's office in there. And that just keeps everything nice and uniform, which always helps, because there's no good having things in a bit of a mishmash. You want a nice flow going through your hospital. You put a couple of hand dryers in here, and then that's the toilet done. Next up, let's see, training's going well in there. Actually, that's done. Excellent. Right, okay, we're moving pretty well here. So we've got ward management here. We're going to bring in a guest trainer and just have the 2 student nurses go in there immediately. And then this staff member will hopefully go and take over in the ward, which can keep those patients moving nice and smoothly through the hospital. How's our research looking? We have killed someone. Oh, great. The pharmacy management trainee has managed to murder 2 patients in one go. So there goes the no death run for this. Well, never mind. We're getting through stuff, we're cleaning up the place, and it's starting to look a little bit better. But maybe we need to now quickly train a janitor in ghost capture, because this is about to get... No, okay, nobody's come through there, but I think that should be my next bit of training. We have trained 5 staff members out of the 20, which is already good going. Cure rate has taken a bit of a hit though, so we do need to be aware of that. Then in here, I'll probably fit in, maybe we'll put in a general diagnosis or a cardiology or something in there. We could also put in another GP's office, but we'll leave that for now. So we are going to refuse to promote staff. What I want to do, given that we're going to get staff members with no qualifications whatsoever, which is fantastic. That's exactly how I like to run my hospital. So get them in from the ground up and train them. We can specialize them exactly how we want them to. So we're going to make sure that we're only promoting when we're ready to train them. And that will stop us getting a training backlog. It might mean we have people getting a little bit upset. So our thermal comfort rating, we can actually work on that now. Yeah, so we'll probably get some upset staff members in here. Oh, God. Oh, an avalanche. yeah, we'll have a few upset staff members, I would imagine, given the fact that we are currently we're going to be denying them all important training. So we'll just need to be aware of that and make sure that we don't let that get too out of control and get people threatening to quit. But I think we should be able to manage all right. It's not going to be too much of an issue. We just need to make sure that we're keeping an eye on how things are going and making sure that we don't mess things up when it comes to assigning things to staff. And yeah, we just need to make sure that we're doing well enough to keep those cures coming in and train our staff when we are able to. Now, we do have someone there who has an unknown diagnosis that we need to sort out. That's our thermal comfort rating one. We are killing a lot of people here. So let's just make sure that this staff member here is only working in pharmacy. Then the other two, we'll set them to ward management only. But we'll also have them work in the fracture clinic because we're probably going to get one of those soon enough. We just need to just make sure that all of these staff are assigned appropriately. So we've got that one. We are killing a lot of people. It's not good. It's really not good. I don't know what's going on here, but it's very concerning. Right, okay, that's that sorted. Hopefully that'll solve a few issues. Now, staff promotions, we're going to deny them. We are going to send anyone home that we have an uncertain diagnosis of. That will affect our reputation, but that's fine. I don't care about that. That is terrible. 12% of our patients cured. It's not good at all. Okay, right. Next then, we are going to put in a... Let's go with a general diagnosis. We'll pop that there. And then we'll add in another radiator. And then here we're gonna have to put a few like hand sanitizers and stuff dotted around and some bins. We'll use the incinerator bins. We'll put another one down here, just on the edge of these. There we go. And then we could do with a few more chairs and benches. So there's no... Okay, yeah. Down by the pharmacy and the ward, we can put a few benches here. And then outside our GP's offices and our general diagnosis. Now, we've got people queuing up for general diagnosis, and this is not good because we don't have anyone trained in diagnostics. So, got staff promotions coming in again. We're going to grab 2 new nurses here. What we'll do is, for now, we'll have one of them train in diagnostics. Oh, we can't afford it. Right, okay, we'll wait until we've got a bit more money in. And then once we can afford it, we will train one of them in diagnostics, and then we'll just have that one train a new diagnostics one, and that will save us a little bit of money. Here we can see our general diagnosis queue here is getting a little bit big. I'm going to build my cardiology now. We'll build it on this side.
This is 2 Point Radio.
Yeah, I think there will do. Got a little bit of a gap there, which we could probably fit a toilet in or something. But yeah, the layout isn't amazing here. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to move this down to here. We'll put it on this side. So I don't have to move the door. That'll go in there, and then we can maybe have another 3x3 room sticking out. So we've got a little bit of a gap there. But I think that will be a nice way. We can rotate a few things and put some chairs in. Let's see what awards we won. Well, we certainly didn't win no deaths, which is a bit of a shame. I thought we would do well with that. Employer of the Year, Most Prestigious Hospital, Best Research, and Best Teaching Hospitals. So that's not too bad. And our diagnosis stuff is now finished, so those queues should start to come down. So what we're going to do is we're going to get trainers available. We have these 2 doctors here. We're going to take one of them, and we're going to train in general practice, and we're only going to train one of the student doctors. Then we'll get our current new doctor here. We're going to have you only work in general practice as well. Then what we'll do is we'll take out the current level 1 trained general diagnosis doctor, And yeah, we'll just do a little bit of swapping around, playing it tactically with the training to save a bit of money, but also make sure that we're doing exactly what we need to do to boost things accordingly. So we're doing pretty well with that. And yeah, we could do with a few more janitors, I think, just to take the pressure off the one that we've got, and maybe a second assistant. So let's get an assistant in and a new janitor. And then what we'll do is we'll probably have to train one of these janitors in ghost capture, because I imagine something's going to... Okay, we need to promote 3 staff very quickly. So I'm going to send a patient home, but we're also going to hire a new doctor to train in psychiatry. And again, we're just going to take this doctor away from... Is this my new one? Yes, it is. Right, we're going to take this doctor away from anything, and then we'll train them in psychiatry. And then once we've got a bit more money, we'll build our psychiatrist's office right there in this corner. And then that'll mean we're not sending any patients home, but we must remember to only have the psychiatrist's office set to treatment and not diagnosis. Right, what should we do now? We need to promote some staff. So if I just go to my staff page, we'll have a look at who's ready for promotion. All 3 of these diagnostics trained and the 2 ward staff are ready for promotion. So we're going to promote the 2 ward staff members. There we go. And we'll also promote maybe one of our janitors, or maybe one of the assistants. They're not ready. The janitor's not ready. Okay. We'll promote our pharmacist nurse, just to keep the easy cures going. Right. Okay. That's good. But now we know we need to have our ward managers get trained up. So we could just grab a staff member, maybe one of these diagnostics nurses. We'll allow them to work in the ward. Actually, one of them is already allowed to work in the ward, so that's good. They won't be able to cure things, but they'll be able to at least diagnose anyone who's going in there for further assessments. So, yeah, already looking pretty good. And like I said, we've got a couple of things that I've already... Ooh, we've got some challenges here. Oh, I've been challenged a long time ago. That's a new one. I've never actually looked at that. I didn't realize I had that, but it was over a year ago. Oh, a long, long time ago. It's an old school friend of mine, like high school. So that challenge was issued over a year and a half ago, pretty much. And we haven't like seen each other since, I don't know, since I was 18. So that's like 15 years ago. Right, we have completed that general practice training, and again, that should give us a bit more money. Ward management 2 now. Let's get a guest trainer in, and we'll just brute force these 2, get that training done nice and quickly. And our cure rate has gone up pretty nicely as well. This is actually probably one of the smoothest attempts at this at any sort of level I've ever had, I think. But I really like getting staff members who have no qualifications whatsoever. Just allows you to manage their pathway a lot better. And yeah, I always kind of get a bit overwhelmed when I get to a certain point, and I just don't bother doing anything with my staff. So we need a level 4 staff room now. And what I'll do is, I don't think we're going to get a level 4 staff room in this tiny room, but let's give it a go. So let's quickly see what we can do here. Right, can we put some windows in to start with? I don't think we can. No. Oh, we can. So we'll start by putting a couple of windows in. Window doesn't look in the hospital. Oh, we can't put outside windows in. Right, okay, never mind. So, let's get a dartboard in. I'm thinking of a 2-point campus a bit too much there, I think. Punching bag, and then we'll try and... I don't think this is gonna... We're not gonna be able to do this. This is a crazy amount of work. Right then, we can probably drop the large radiator and just put a small one in, right in that corner. And we'll get an arcade machine in. And can we put in maybe a retro rug there and another retro rug there? We might get there, actually. We might get there. What else can we get in? Now, I know the Gold Star Award thing is a possibility, but I'm going to try to do it without that. What else can we put in? Fabrication goggles. That's way too big. Right, okay. So if we can get in something that is a little bit smaller, the television we can put just in front of the sofa, maybe in the corner there. Okay, right, that's good. And can we fit any drinks machines in? No, we can't. Right, okay, that's fine. I think it's probably time to just start decorating the walls. And this is where we might need to just go for our Gold Star Award. Get these plastered all over the place. That's level 4. Yeah, this is going to work. We're going to do it. With the last one. Nice and easy. Right, okay, that's that staff challenge done. Ginny Crusts remains happy. Okay, I didn't really want to do it that way, but sometimes you don't have any other options. So we've got a lot of doctors floating around here, but a lot of them are waiting. We're going to send you home. We have a staff member who's just floating in our doctor pool, don't we? So one of these is going to be trained as a GP, and the other one is going to be trained as a psychiatrist. All right, yeah, this is looking pretty good. How's our research project looking? Okay, pretty close. What we could do is, I've got an idea. Let's copy this staff room, right? We'll put it down here. And then we're going to have only doctors and assistants use this one. And in this one, we'll have only nurses and janitors. There we go. Pan's lab, send them home. But that means we're going to have to train a doctor in cures for our Pan's lab. So again, we'll probably need to hire another one and get that sorted. Right, okay, so next we are going to quickly train a psychiatrist, bringing in Dr. Herman Freud, and we'll have you go in there and do that. And then we can build our psychiatrist down here or something. Alright, this is pretty good. We're doing alright. We still got people mulling around, but if I have a quick look over here, you can see there are queues starting to develop, which means it might be time to build another GP's office. So I did have this scheduled for a construction there, so we'll put a GP's office there, and then we can probably squeeze in another one and make a nice little corridor, which keeps it nice and compact. I was going to put a fracture clinic there, but I've not had any fracture patients yet, so we can leave that and we can just have that go into a new building when we finally get round to actually putting one in. But the good news is, now that I have this, I can actually put in a 4th GP's office down that side. So now we're really starting to flesh this out. We've got a nice little corridor coming through here. We've got plenty of seats and stuff for our patients, and we can add in a couple of entertainment items right there. I know we have staff ready for promotion. Please leave me alone and let me do my job properly. So this will be our 12th staff member trained. Urban mythology is at 1451, which is really good. Now, our psychiatrists, we're going to get them to wait. We're going to build our psychiatry now, and we can build it down here. I'm going to build it right there. We've got another little gap there. So what we could do is we could make this a little staff toilet. So we'll then just go to here. We'll only allow patients to use that toilet. And then we're going to build a small toilet block here for staff only. And then that will just about fill out this building. A couple of hand dryers in there, and that's that done. Okay, so now this is for staff only. There we have it. Right, okay. And we're curing patients. We have a trained psychiatrist. Next up, we want to find a GP who's at level 1 and have them train a new GP in general practice. There we go. Now, what we can then start doing, we'll take one doctor out and we will have that doctor train as a paid kind of new GP, and then that single doctor will train the next one and the next one and so on and so forth. And then that just means we can keep our GPs working, and we're going to send patients home who require a PANS lab. We can't afford that right now, but as you can see, we've got this lovely little space here that is now starting to develop really nicely. What I would probably do is move this ward as well, And then we can put a couple of smaller rooms in here, potentially another cardiology and another general diagnosis. If we just have a look at our staff again, what I'll probably do is we'll have these three nurses here get promoted, and then we will be able to have them train in the next level of general diagnosis. Again, I'll probably do exactly the same thing. We'll have Ian Lauder here because he's currently assigned to working in the ward, which we don't really want. So we'll just put him back on. We'll have him take out of the ward, have him work in one of these other rooms. Then we'll have one of those train. Yeah, I've described this training thing over and over again now, so you should be getting it. So this GP is going to be trained, and then we will have the next kind of tier ready to go. It's a slower process to what I'm used to. Normally I'm brute forcing this and trying to get it done as quick as possible, but it's actually giving me a lot more comfort and things aren't getting as crazy as they usually do. The hospital is allowed to grow within its means, and we just have this really nice regulated training program that's going to allow us to earn money whilst keeping our patients happy. The only problem is when all of our doctors decide that they're going to go for a break together, and we end up in some sort of resulting chaos here whilst we wait for one of them to come off a break. But it's not too much of a problem. I can see here we've got staff members who will probably be back to work very soon, but you can see now the queues are starting to spiral a little bit. And it's not ideal, but we do now have this doctor who's just finished training as a GP, and they will be able to come back and get to work. So that's good. Excellent. Right. We are at level... Oh, we've got 13 of 20. Another staff promotion. So let's take a look. These 3 general practice, I'm going to promote all of them, actually. We're going to take a bit of a risk here. Oh, we need to promote them anyway. So we're going to promote all 3 of them. I'm going to keep their wages quite low. There we go. And then we will train one of them in Diagnostics 2. Okay, we've got doctors ready for promotion as well, so we'll just wait on that. But it's looking really good. You can see, though, that the patients are starting to fill up a little bit. We're starting to get a fair few more people in. So this is urban mythology. Again, like I've said, I'm going to continue to send those patients home until this research project is complete. And by then, we should have enough money to buy our new plot. In fact, we're going to do that now. So that new plot is now being purchased, and then we can start putting in some other rooms. Again, injections emergency, we don't want to take that on yet. But we are going to need to kind of think about these new treatment rooms that are coming in. So urban mythology is going to be needed. We're going to need the injection room. We're also going to need a PANS lab. So these are all things that we're going to need to put in this new building. And again, we will move the ward into that new plot as well. So far, so good, though. PANS lab and urban mythology again. So I'm going to wait until I've got enough money to actually do all 3 of those. What we should probably do is start training our assistants and janitors because they are unqualified at the moment. So I'll train both of those assistants in probably just the actual customer service skill. And then our janitors will be trained, one of them in ghost capture, one of them in upgrades or mechanics. I think we're ready to move the ward, though. So we're just going to edit that, move it to here. There we go. That is now in. We completed a staff challenge, which is really good. We're going to pick these benches up and just move them to our new ward location. That's diagnostics level 2 complete, which is good. Pick up this bench as well. And then again, we're going to bring our diagnostics level 2 nurse in, and we're actually just going to take a risk and train both of them. Let the queues build up. Fracture ward and an injection room. So what I can do, I can build my fracture ward immediately because I do have a staff member who's trained in ward management. That would have fit in quite nicely there, but so be it. We'll put you there. And now we will just drop down the extra staff member in here. And again, we can have these just work in treatment, can't we? You know what? No, I'm going to leave that because it might be helping our diagnosis pathway. Urban mythology and a PANS lab, which means actually we're going to need to train a doctor in treatment. So we have a staff resignation warning. We'll accept that, and it's Kelly Black, our assistant. She wants to be trained and she wants a pay review. So let's give her a pay review and we'll satisfy that for her. And then as soon as available, we'll train her up. So urban mythology is almost done, which means once that's complete, I will be able to build my urban mythology treatment room. That is done. Staff resignation warning is now gone. I'm also going to do we'll do Roderick's plot hole, which will give us 35,000. So we'll start that project off, and that'll just give us a nice boost to our income. Here you can see things are getting a little bit out of control in our cardiology, so that is going to be our new room. We'll put it here. We'll also put in a new general diagnosis room, which means we're going to need a new nurse. So we'll hire another nurse, Will Tundra, and then we will be able to train him in diagnosis level 1. And then what I'll then need to do is just boost the attractiveness of my research, but I'm going to do that once I get a cure rate of over 60%. Again, an injection room has been requested, but I don't actually have the money to provide one, so we'll have to wait on that. Now, this nurse is the one that I've just hired. Oh, no, it's not, but that has taken me to the screen that I want to be on, so that's fine. We just want to make sure that these are all working in just general diagnosis-based stuff, because we're now starting to do a swing shift on that, and we now have 3 well-trained diagnostics. Now, pharmacy doesn't have a rank 2, I don't think, so we might need to train our... Oh, does it have a rank 2? Can't tell right now, but I'll have to look into that. I didn't think it did, but now I'm concerned. So as you can see here, we've got one of these wonderful Penelope Rampant, who currently has the barking mad. God. Honestly. Like, the robots they seem quite cute and innocent and fine, but those barking mad patients, said this last episode, even the dinosaurs are pretty cute, but the barking mad is weird. End of year. What did we win? I don't think we had any deaths, actually. We didn't. Oh, it's just prestige and patient's choice that we missed out on this time, but that's fine. The training is moving along really, really well. I'm quite happy with how that's all working out. So, God, excuse that. Yeah, I know we don't have nurses available, but that's going to be solved very soon. Things are looking really good, though. I mean, it's not the best functioning hospital, but it's better than most that I've done, to be fair. So, we had a request for an injection room, which we'll put in now. I think we can fit it here. Yeah, we can. Right, we'll pop that down, but we are actually going to close it. I just want it put in because I want to have a look and see. So, right, okay, where's my pharmacy nurse? Did we promote them? We did promote them. But it looks like pharmacy management is the only one that they have. So we'll now train her in injection administration. Because what I'll then do is I'll have that pharmacist work in both pharmacy management and injection. So this patient here, we're going to just send them home because we're not going to be ready for that yet. Urban mythology again. So we can actually build it, but right now I'm going to leave it. Mockstar. I did a little bit of a talk about the 2-point campus expansion, and I could not for the life of me remember Mockstars. I was like, it's the Freddie Mercury illness, you know, the one. So I'm glad I've finally discovered it. There we go, we've completed that objective. Staff promotion, no. PANS lab, go home. DNA emergency, no. Staff challenge, level 4 clown clinic, no. Injection room, urban mythology, injection room. We have it. Oh, we've actually trained the staff member as well. And we have a cure rate. Damn, I've sent all of those patients home and it's going to throttle my cure rate. Why did I do that? No, that's so frustrating. But we now have you trained in injections, which means, yep, you are set to work in there as well, which is good. We've trained our 2 treatment-based staff members, so when you get your next promotion, we can have you change over. Now, can I train diagnostics level 2 on anyone? I think I can because I've got a staff member here ready for promotion, so we'll promote Will Tundra. Try and just keep the wages down a little bit, and then we'll quickly train Will in diagnostics, but we'll use one of our current nurses, and then that should be good. Level 5 research now, and this will complete our objective. So let's go to our research room. We want decorative items. Like I said, I don't want to put too much in. That's going to mess it up. So we're going to try and put in some... Can I put the rug in here? No. Can I filter it by room? No. It's just if I go in now and I edit the room... Oh, no. Hang on. Yes. Can we just customize it? No, we can't. Yeah, so I do actually need to edit the room. Again, another feature that is in 2 Point Campus that should really be ported over into this would be the ability to just edit rooms and add in items that you kind of know, or at least just be able to filter by room. So that I could have added these in without editing the room and kicking my researcher out while he's in the middle of doing a project. But it looks like we're going to have to use the Gold Star Award method again. But it shouldn't take too many of them. It might not look too bad. There we go, level 5. And we have done it. 1-star objective complete. That was nice and easy. Metropolis poster unlocked. We had already used it in the red bean bag. And there we go. Right, so our 2-star objectives are train 30 staff, have a cure rate of 75%, train 2 staff members in research level 3, and complete the Roachburger Scandal research project. So, to start that off, we're going to get a new research-based doctor in. We are going to have you not do anything. We just take him away from all of those. Then our current research doctor will train him in research level 1. So I'm going to leave it there. You can see queues are starting to get a little bit out of control. But what I'll probably do is just send people home to try and help cope with the impending disaster. Actually, before those patients went home, I managed to complete the level. So that's probably worked out for the best for me. But yes, next up is going to be to do a little bit of redevelopment and just make sure that I'm getting things moving through this pathway to being cured as quickly as possible. Potentially training my doctors in the next level of diagnostics and sending home a load of patients. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build in the rooms that I need to build in advance of the next episode. So that'll be the PANS lab, the... what's the other one? You know the one? The... Let's have a look. Urban Mythology, our Doghouse, which we did have requested. PANS Lab, Doghouse, and Urban Mythology are the 3 that I can remember. I'm not going to do X-rays. Sorry, the DNA lab. If I get any DNA patients, they're just getting sent home. Way too difficult at this stage to be taking on DNA patients, so we'll make sure that that's dealt with very quickly. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and had fun watching me fumble my way through this hospital. I will see you next week for our 2- and 3-star objectives. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.